Let me see if we live on YouTube because we shouldn't be. Okay, we ain't live on YouTube. Okay. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Joseph, like my ear. You got your questions? Where are they? Don't do me today, Joseph. Just get your stuff. Have you found the shirt?
No.
Why not?
Because you moved that thing that was under the bed.
I moved what thing that was under the bed? Joseph, you got.
You can't breathe.
What? You got 10,000 damn shirts over there, boy. If you don't go and put a shirt on.
Maybe I want to show my bosom.
Well, you can show your bosoms out here. You just get a shirt. Who does that? Joseph. Where your questions at, Joseph?
I gotta check my makeup.
You got them written down?
I have my question.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just asking. I was just asking a question. That's all.
Move, Jomel. Move. You in the way.
That's your job.
Move.
That's your job.
Move.
And you right up behind your heels, serving the girls. No, he over there right behind your heels. He ain't looking for nothing. He's scavenging. What you doing with that sock? I done told you about sucking on socks. Jomel. Do you want me to beat you into the new city? Because I beat you. Joseph.
What?
I'm still waiting on you.
You're annoying me.
I'm waiting on you.
All right, well, wait.
Get it together. Get it together. Get it together. And take the bass out. Take the bass. Take the bass somewhere else. Let's get ready. Come on, let's go. Chop, chop. Do I need to clap my hands? Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Getting Joseph ready for anything is I gotta change something. Yes, it is. It's a hotghettomess.com.
Just because
it's a hotghettomess.com.
Unfortunately, I'm not like I don't have a wake and go kind of vibe.
Okay, I fixed that.
Fix your face. Move, Jomel. Move. Now, figure that out. Get that.
You cute. It's cute for
Whatever.
you. It's cute for you.
Make this goddamn video.
It's cute for you. Your TNG slush. Fix your necklace.
My necklace is fixed.
No, it's not. It's like, yeah, fix it. Yeah. Joseph, don't do me today. Okay.
Don't you do this mic ain't even working.
Turn it on.
It is on.
It is not. I'll try it now.
You tell me when I know what I know what I know.
Okay. Well, just set your stuff up.
You see, this is why we can't do nothing together.
Why? Huh?
Because you be carrying.
What am I doing?
And Roxanne says she don't like your mics no way.
Okay. It's okay.
Now,
you ready? You got everything set?
You recording like, then you got to go in and edit it when you should have just started it right and didn't have to edit it.
Well, I just wanted
now
to do it. Now
it's going to get posted for 7 days.
No, it's going to get posted when I finish. I done told you about bringing that negative energy up here in the studio.
I done told you about running your mouth.
Okay, well, whatever. Are you doing the introduction? Am I doing the introduction?
You can do the introduction.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready now.
Could you please look into the camera?
Thank you very much. You're going to get smacked today.
Yes.
I see it. I feel it in my
introduction, take one. Hey, everybody. It's us, the McRae Kingz.
Hey.
I'm His Majesty. That's Joseph over there. Yes. Today we have something different. We're going to do something different today. We are going to ask each other questions about oneself, right? Is that what it is, Joseph?
Yes. Today you get to find out who we are.
Yes. You want to know who we are individually? You're going to get to know a little bit about who we are, what makes us tick, all that other good stuff. So here we go. All right, Joseph, you asked the first question since this was your idea.
Well, first of all, y'all, the first question for you is, who is TheMKingz?
Who is TheMKingz?
Yes, who is TheMKingz?
Oh my God, TheMKingz is so many things. He's eclectic.
This should take 3 seconds.
He is animated, dramatic, theatrical, just fantastical. There's just all these good, beautiful things. He's just optimistic, has a great sense of optimism. Forever evolving. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So we had something to say?
What do you want me to say?
Whatever you want.
I mean, that's your answer. You want me to answer who I am?
Yeah, who is Joseph? Who is he? Where is he?
Joseph McRae. Well, Joseph didn't start out as Joseph McRae, but Joseph is now Joseph McRae. I am I have to say, I have to go with what people say and my husband says, a teddy bear. But that teddy bear can definitely turn into a big old mean grizzly bear in a second.
Yes.
In a second.
Yes.
Long as you keep me loving and sweet, honey, the teddy bear is okay. But once you cross me, I become a grizzly bear, and it's not a pretty thing at all.
Ooh,
I'm a loving person. I treat people the way I want to be treated. I treat people fairly. Anybody that you may run across that say different about me, the first thing you should ask them is, what did you do to them? And trust me, they'll have an answer for that, because I don't treat people unfair unless they do something to me.
Mm.
So that's who Joseph is in a nutshell.
Oh, and I forgot to. I had to add something to who I am. I'm innovative and fashion forward.
Okay.
Androgynous. I'm just so many things. I am so many things. Like Chaka, I'm every woman. I'm so many things. So I am for real.
Oh, I love it. And he's hilarious too. He's funny as fuck. Believe that.
Anyway, I got a question for you. This is your question. Now I want you to really, really think about this, Joseph. If you could be a superhero, who would you be and why?
Who would I be? I'm gonna have to say, and this will probably surprise you because you think I'm gonna say Wonder Woman.
No, I didn't.
If I promise you, if we were on a game show and that was a question asked, he would write Wonder Woman. He would. I know you would. You would because of all the stories you were told.
Yeah, based on all the stories I was told.
Right. You would have put Wonder Woman. That's actually is Superman. The reason why I want to be Superman because there is nothing and nobody stronger than him. Nobody really can defeat him. There's only one thing.
Except for Supergirl. Can Supergirl defeat him?
I mean, they're both the same.
Yeah, but they're both the
same.
And
then actually, according to the comics, she's actually stronger than him.
Oh, really?
Because she's younger. So she has more strength and she's been here longer.
Mm.
So, I would be him. I would be Superman. Just for the mere fact of his strength and that nobody can really come for him. That would be why. I guess it's my quest for power.
Mm.
No. My quest for power. Now, what about you?
I would be Doctor Strange.
Why?
I would be Doctor Strange because I like to create my own illusions. I can go into my own little worlds and just do me and see what's going on. Like, see if I was Doctor Strange, I could go back to Egypt, at different times and stuff like that because I love Egypt. So. Yeah, I would be Doctor Strange, and I got the ability to manipulate anything into anything you want. Yeah, so I'd be.
So then you have one DC comic and one Marvel comic. That shows where we are as husbands.
Yeah,
2 different planes. So. What made you? I love his face because he don't know what's gonna come out of my mouth.
Yes, I don't.
So, what made you want to become a social media influencer?
I didn't actually want to become a social media influencer. It just came upon me.
Okay.
It just really, for real, I had absolutely no intention on doing all this. None whatsoever.
Okay.
I didn't even know Joseph before we got married. I didn't even know how to work a damn phone.
But that's
let alone be a social media influencer. I used to like to post on my Facebook, and that was really it. And
hey,
get out of there, Mister. I used to post on my Facebook, and that was really it. I really didn't have any. I never thought that I would be doing this at all.
Want me to answer that for myself? Yeah. I had no intention on doing this. I would go live, like you said, on my Facebook page here and there. Once in a really blue moon live on Instagram. Mm-hmm. But doing this was your dream. And you was like, we should do this. Let's do this. And I was like, okay, I'll do it because he wants to do it. I didn't think he was going to do it. Well, no, I was like, I'll do it because he wants to do it. I'm very supportive. I back you 100% or whatever you want to do. And then
but you're like very private. You're more private than people think.
When you started telling all my business, I was like, is he serious right now? That part of it was like, I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, but I knew it would help
I
somebody.
would really get off live sometimes and be polite into his ass. Like, why did you say that on a live? That's nobody's business. Why did you tell those people that on a live? And then people started messaging me, because don't forget, we started on Facebook. People started messaging me that was in the same situation, and they was like, I was inspiration to them because they didn't even know. They couldn't tell. They didn't know. It wasn't what they thought they were, but it was. And it was like, okay. So when I saw that it was helping people, I was like more open to it. Not necessarily, I mean, because that's just how I grew up. My mother and my grandmother, they helped people all the time. So I guess that part is embedded in me as well. Mm-hmm. Only thing, I don't have the patience and time that they did. Once I see you don't want my help, I walk away and I don't look back. But it was just, I did it because you did it. And now you're telling me you thought I was going to say no. I should have said no.
No, I thought you was gonna say no. I thought you was really gonna say no.
I wanted to be supportive.
Oh, okay.
We wasn't even married, but I wanted to be supportive.
I do appreciate that. I do.
That's why when we had arguments and you was like, if you don't want to do
this, I was.
You should have told me. And it wasn't that I don't want to do it.
I mean, we just evolved into this. To me, we just evolved into this. It just happened upon us.
It just happened.
Yeah. So my next question to you is this: Why is blue your favorite color? Why is it?
In actuality, it's blue and red. It used to be red, but blue. I don't know, baby blue. I just had this fascination with like light blue. I just got really fascinated with light blue, and then I just started buying light blue clothes. I had a light blue car. Blue just took over. Like, okay, this is the color that I should be in. Now, the color that I think works best on me is any kinds of yellows or reds.
I would think like earth tones, like beige and brown.
That's too plain. I like color.
Really? No, I think it really brightens you up.
No, I like color. I like red and yellow, pink, and
Yeah, well, that's my palette. My palette is just spread that, just all over the place too. But
I like color.
But you know what my favorite color is?
Why is your favorite color red?
Red represents to me first the blood. That's it. It just represents the blood to me. I've been wearing red.
Now you need to explain that for people who might not know what you mean.
I will. I'll elaborate on it. But I started wearing red back in 2009. I've worn red every day since 2009. I used to get a lot of questions about whether I was in a gang or something like that. Was I, blood and, and I would say no. Just red is just my favorite color. I love red, any red. The reason why red is my favorite color is because, number one, it represents the blood. That's the blood of Jesus. And the blood, I'm covered in the blood. That's first. It's really nice to look at. It's outstanding. Actually, my favorite colors are red and gold, and I love blue and gold too. I do. I love like a navy blue and gold. I like that's I really love that too. But you know how I feel about red. I got red sneakers and everything, John. I got everything red.
Everything.
Yeah, so you got the next question.
What do you enjoy when you're not online?
Oh, I enjoy a lot of stuff. I like doing my hair. I like being in my bedroom / studio. I love being in my bedroom / studio because I love to listen to music and I love to watch TV. So I have my favorite things up here. I have my television and I have my music. I can listen to my music. I can go online. I can look at the McRae Kingz website. I can work on that. I can work on our store, and you know, I can do everything. I got everything I need up here. Every single thing I need up here. So, yeah, that's what I like to do, and I like to smoke my little. I like to smoke my little weed while I'm doing it too. You know, because weed just gets you in that mood where you could just you could just do things. You could just be creative. It's like weed is like that. That is very that for me. Yes. You like my hair?
Yeah,
It's not. It's not too much. I don't think it's too much.
Well, yeah. That. I mean, for this, no.
But if if we was to go out somewhere or something like that, you wouldn't.
I mean, I wouldn't see. There's difference. If I did that, it would be shocking and surprising. You doing that is just who Tramel is. So it's not, It's I don't like. I mean, you would have to fix it up in the back, but
what you mean fix it up in the back?
Them big pieces hanging.
They're supposed to be. This is giving the girl that.
You need to if you did that seriously, I would say cut them up the middle and twist them at least together, and like put it because it makes
in the back.
This like cut this and twist it or braid it together so it looks uniform to that.
So you want me
just hanging, not just hanging.
Oh, you don't think it should be hanging? You think it should just be like this?
No, not like that. Not
in
together.
A ponytail
even if you
like
did
that?
just two pieces. Not even I'll explain it to you after.
Oh, okay.
But
anyway, I got problems with you not liking it.
I don't have a problem with it.
Okay. Yeah, I try to be different.
No, I'm just like to walk around the house like that is nothing. But if you were going somewhere,
I would have to fix up the whole little service, the little headdress service. It would
need to be nice and neater than what it is right now.
Oh, it's not neat? You don't see all this stuff?
They don't see the back. I see the back.
Oh, you're talking about, listen, let me show you something.
Here you go, honey. This is Q&A, not how to do your hair.
No, let me show you. This is neat. What?
I'm not talking about your hair.
What I'm giving you.
I'm talking about that.
Oh, it's supposed to be sloppy though, Joseph. That's why I made it.
You know, okay.
It's supposed to be like sloppy. It's supposed to be like.
This should be braided all the way down.
Why?
And then tie it and just let the braided pieces hang.
Okay, I'm going to try that. Yeah. I'm going to try that. Whose turn is it?
You can ask me a question, or I can answer the question.
Let me ask you a question. I got some good questions for you, Joe.
I forgot left-handed people writing books like that.
How do you feel about the LGBTQ?
How do I feel about the LGBTQ XRTUZWX?
That girl. The girls. How do you feel about the girls? Well,
I mean, that's so broad. I could answer this in 1,000 different ways. When it comes to LGBTQ as a collective, I don't have an opinion because I just think they only serve the Caucasian community. When something happens and the only people of color that go to them are the ones that prefer the Caucasian community. There are good programs out there for people of color that are LGBTQ, but a lot of us don't utilize those programs because a lot of people don't know about them. The LGBTQ individually, I think that when it comes to Caucasian LGBTQ, it's the same fight, like black and white.
Are you talking like in terms of resource?
No, I'm talking in terms of just
everything across the board.
Being people and coming together as one in unity is no different than if you're trying to get white people to unify with black people. Mm-hmm. That's the same. It's still we're black, they're white. We don't see eye to eye. That is just across the board for everybody. Black LGBTQ is all. I think black gay men need to stop the bullshit with the black trans women and embrace them as our sisters and know that they are who they are, just like we are who we are. Even if you don't understand it or you don't accept it, they are still our sisters, period. And they needed to be treated as such. They don't need to be dragged. But at the same time, see, it's a lot of things about the LGBTQ that's the same. And people don't see it that way, but it's the same. It's no different than how some black men drag black women. It's no different. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And then when it comes to gay men, honey, I stay away because, see, I'll catch a case because I ain't for the okie doke with most of them. See, most of them is going to pop shit and want to fight and all this extra stuff that I ain't got time for. And they want to fight over the dumbest shit. They don't even fight. I can see if you're fighting over something that makes sense. They fight over things that don't even make sense. They fight over because they sitting on social media popping shit and now they see each other and now it's because I said on fight, it's going to be on site. And it's only because I said I didn't like your picture. Like, who does that? Like, I can't. And I understand because now that I am the older gay black man, I totally understand what the older gay black men meant when they saw us as younger black gay men. I really don't think we were as messy as these kids nowadays. And of course, we weren't as messy because we didn't have the resources they have now.
Right.
But
that's what I was going to say. I was going to say because we didn't have social media.
But I get it.
I mean, we could have been.
When the tables are turned and you become that old gay black man, you realize, like, these kids don't have no respect. Everything that people said about people in my generation, I'm saying about this new generation.
This new generation of LGBTQ?
These new generation of LGBTQ, they have no respect. I don't understand. Take out the LGBTQ. This new generation, period, they don't have no respect. They don't care where they came from. They don't care. Like, how do you know where you're going if you don't know who you are? That just don't make sense to me. But they make it make sense to them. They feel they don't need to care because that was then, this is now. But what they don't understand is history repeats itself. So, you know, the clothes that they're wearing, clothes that they're wearing now is clothes that we wore and people before us wore and people before us wore, but they don't see it that way. They think they're doing something new and innovative.
Well, see, my thing is not to, I don't argue about things like that because that's so. That's a fact. It's a fact.
I don't argue about it. I just, you know, we've sat in on conversations with younger LGBTQs and got offended by some of the things they said. Yeah. Because this is how, well, I'm not going to say that.
You know what? I don't get, you know why I get offended, right? Listen, I get offended, right? But, especially, I really do. I get offended at the younger generation, but I realize that I am an older man, and so they got their lane, and I got my lane. And then I take myself out of the element, and I put myself where they are. I used to be a kid at one time.
I was never that stupid.
But listen, let me finish. I was a kid at one time, right? And I was immature, not as immature as this younger generation, this new generation.
Right. That's my point.
There is a difference. There is a big difference between their behavior and our behavior. But that's what I try to consider when they say things like that. It don't bother me because I feel like there's going to come a day where they're going to think totally different. Does it get in the way of us? It don't get in the way with me. It don't. It really don't get in the way of me. This younger generation, especially, and you know, yes, right, you're absolutely right. We've had younger generation, both gay and straight, just say stupid things, you know. But and be offended by it. It's okay to be offended by it, but don't. I'm just very that.
Oh, I don't. But honestly, it bothers me because you know me.
I'm one of those
If
people.
if I think you're stupid, it bothers me, and I think they're all stupid. And I sit there and go, y'all are stupid.
Yeah, but it's okay for you to feel that way.
Because
Did
I
you
feel
know
like
that?
no, but I'm saying I feel like you. I was young and immature, but I wasn't dumb.
Yeah, I mean,
And I didn't think the answer to everything
listen,
was getting 20
some
people
things that,
and having a fight and jumping one person. Like these are the things that make me feel like y'all are stupid, and I don't like. People say, why don't we as the older gay men try to help them? But you can't help somebody that don't want to be helped.
but see,
Because what you're not going to do is sit there and try to make it like I want things to be back the way they were. No, I don't.
no,
I want you to progress. I want
right.
you. Y'all don't. They don't even know how to have fun. Like we had legitimate fun.
Right.
Fun is not sitting
But
on
you
your
know
phone
what,
making
Joseph,
twerk video.
But you know what? We can't predict. We can't. See, we can't regulate it. That's the problem.
It's not about trying to regulate it.
No, it is. It is about trying to regulate it. People want things the way they want them. And see, this is how I feel. I feel like I'm an older gentleman now, right? But I feel like my time to do all that, doing what have you, and dipping in and doing it. Right. My time is done with that because I don't desire that. I don't have any interest. Like I don't have no interest in going to no club and all that other stuff, right?
Right.
So now, just because I ain't there, don't mean the club still ain't jumping. Right. It's just jumping a different way.
Right.
It's in this younger generation. It is what it is, Joseph. We were young. Some of us were dumb, and made mistakes and trials and tribulations.
And most of them didn't make it to
aches and pains and all that. I would say that the newer generation, without realizing, they do have it better. They do have it way better than we did.
Oh, definitely.
They have it way better than we did. They have way better opportunity. They don't have to be as ridiculed as we were.
But see, pause right there. They think that's because of them. And see, that's when I get in my feelings. I'm like, honey, I was walking down the street getting cursed at, spit at, called all kind of names. And it was because of me why you can walk the street and that don't happen to you now. No, you had nothing to do with that.
I don't think it's that the younger generation doesn't know. I think it's because they have never experienced it. They've never experienced what we experienced.
Because you went through it and I went through it.
They've never experienced that. Like if they were to go through, walking down the street and somebody calling them the F-bomb every 5 minutes,
well, see,
if they were ridiculed like that, it would be a devastation to them.
Because they cry.
Yeah,
because you can't even say nothing to them now without them crying and wanting to commit suicide. And, oh, God, I'm in my feelings. How could you? You're mean. You're a bully.
Yeah, and that's why.
Yet, they want to go get 10 of their girlfriends to jump one person.
Yeah. But see, that's why I stay in my lane. That's why
I don't be bothered.
In my lane with the younger generation. I do. I stay in my lane. Y'all, they do their thing. Let me do my thing. That's it.
Like you said, I have no desire to be in the club. And like it goes back to the question I asked you, what do you like to do in your spare time? I'm bored. Because I done did all of that. I done partied from sun up to sundown. I done been out in the streets doing whatever I wanted to do.
Yeah, I'm not bothered. I'm just really not bothered.
Just home chilling now in my old age. I enjoy it.
And loving it.
Sitting on my couch doing absolutely nothing. Watching movies, playing with my daughter.
Read that.
Me and my husband go on little excursions and little weekends. Give me that any day. You want to do something for me? Make a hotel reservation.
Okay.
We love going to a hotel and just chilling.
Yeah,
like
that's
we on some magical resort and vacation.
And now that weed is legal, child, I can smoke in the hotel. Child, please.
Well, no, you can't smoke in a hotel.
Why not?
Because if there's no smoking, you can't.
If there's no smoking, I can go outside. I can go outside.
I know you can go outside, but I'm saying,
you know what I'm saying. When I don't have to worry about 5-0.
Child, because everywhere up here, honey, I don't care what parking lot you go in. When you get out, somebody in their car smoking weed. When I took you to where did we go this week? When I went to the doctor this week and got out of the car, I said, "Who's smoking weed?" And somewhere else we went this week and we got a. I know Walmart, child. They stay
Walmart.
Smoking
Yeah, they smoke Walmart. I don't know why it's
Joe Mel
parking lot lit good. Joe Mel, don't do me.
Sit.
Don't do me.
Now.
Okay, you got the next question. You're supposed to ask the next question.
Oh, am I? Oh, sorry, that took me. What are some of your favorite foods?
Oh, I love spaghetti.
Oh God.
I love fried chicken. I love macaroni and cheese.
I'm on board with all that.
I like sweet potatoes, souffle. I like grits. I like Southern food. I'm more of a Southern eat. I like Southern cuisine. But you know I love salads. You know I love to eat salads, like grilled chicken salad, like I'm gonna go make me when we get off of here. I love salads. But yeah, I like my taste palette is soul food. You know, that's what I grew up on. So my aunt, she was Joseph, when I tell you she made the best lasagna at Christmas time. And my grandmother, oh my God, a cake, Shaba. My grandmother she used to make this cake, and the icing that she would make would be the color of like cocoa. It's like this cocoa brown color.
Mm-hmm.
And oh God, she made German chocolate cake. And it was so good. Yeah, but I love Southern cuisine.
Okay.
And I like sushi. Yes, well, I love sushi. I do. I love sushi. Matter of fact, we gotta get some sushi. What else do I like? Cornbread. I love cornbread. I like anything homemade. But y'all be trying to kill me, bringing me cookies and shit, and y'all know I can't eat that. But y'all be bringing them to me anyway, and I eat some anyway. So I'm like, they're trying to kill me.
I like Italian cuisine. I like anything with pasta and bread, child. And I don't need it. As you see, I don't need it. But I like anything. I like Italian food. Anything pasta and bread, I love. I love Chinese food, but there's no good Chinese restaurants up here where I live, so I'm weaning away from that. Sushi. Southern cuisine, of course, is a staple. It's what I grew up on. I love Jamaican food, Trinidadian food. You might as well say West Indian food. I love Thai food. Thai is good as well. Tramel never had Thai.
No,
I'm just trying to find a really good Thai restaurant to take him to one day.
I like Mexican. You know, I like Mexican, and I like
Mexican. I like it, but it's not something that I have to eat all the time, or like something that I would want to eat all the time. But I like Mexican food.
Yeah, I love Mexican.
I like Spanish food. Period.
I like Spanish food. Yeah,
all of that. I love all of that.
Well, see, Spanish food for me is in there with the soul food. So
yeah.
Because Spanish people, they cook like us. They make rice and chicken.
But kind of sort of, but it's different. Like
they cook it a different way.
It does make sense.
They cook it a different way, but most foods that they
when
eat
they cook
are the same
rice,
as
you get that crust at the bottom. That's really good to eat because it's crunchy and it's good, and it's I like.
But I'm
a person that I'll try anything when it comes to food, as long as it's not mushy.
Not me. I'm not.
And hot. I don't do hot and mushy. Like it took me forever to learn how to eat mashed potatoes and keep them down. I just started.
I'm not just trying
yogurt.
anything. Huh? You ain't gonna put
I just started doing.
Don't put something
like
crazy up in my face. Don't be putting no fried tarantulas and frog legs and things of that nature. No, you
fried frog legs.
No, I'm not eating that.
Yes, with some tartar sauce. Yeah.
You know what frog legs look like? It look like an ass.
Let me tell you something.
Like you eating a little booty.
Somebody will give you some alligator nuggets, and you would think it was catfish.
Oh, no. I've had alligator nuggets. I've had alligator before. Alligator is different. That's different.
It just I can't. I don't know.
I just don't do the frog legs.
If it was the alligator or something else, but I just know that tonight when I ate alligator, about 4 to 5 hours later, alligator was trying to come out both ends. So I've never ate alligator.
What you threw up?
I threw up. I was shitting it out and throwing up at the same time. And I wasn't home. I was in somebody else's house.
It tastes like kind of like chicken. It tastes a little bit like beef sometimes.
It might have. It might have.
I had it fried.
The other food that I ate. I'm saying it was the alligator because that was the only thing I've never eaten before that I tried for the first time. It could have been the other food because I had the alligator nuggets was an appetizer, and I want to say because I didn't know what it was, so I also ordered as my main meal catfish nuggets with. I want to say fried crab.
Oh, I love catfish nuggets
with fried crab. It was so long ago, but I know I had a plate of food. The alligator was just salivating. The alligator was just appetizer.
You making me hungry, child.
So it might not have been the alligator. It could have been some of the other food that was just bad, and the alligator just got in the mix. And I thought it was that because I had never had it before. That time.
Okay, well, I got a question for you.
Sure.
The question is, think about this. If you could live anywhere in the U.S., where would that be and why? Like if we were able to, if we had to pick up and move to one place in the U.S., where would you want to live?
That's hard because I would want to live somewhere, and I say it's hard because I've never done really my research on it. But I would want to live somewhere. Reason when I say this, people will see why I'm saying it's hard. I want to live somewhere where most of the time it's either like spring or fall, because those are the two seasons I like the most. I can definitely do without the summer, child. In the winter, I like the cold, but it's not something I have to have. I could deal with cool. I don't want to live somewhere where it's always hot. That I don't want to do. I don't want hot all the time. Like when I moved to Atlanta, people, it's hot, it's hot. Child, I woke up in Atlanta and in the morning it was like 32 degrees. That's not hot, child. But by 12 o'clock in the afternoon, it was like 95. So, I was dressed all inappropriate. When I walk out the door in a turtleneck up to here because it's 32 degrees, and then at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, it's 95 degrees. I'm looking like a whole fool with a turtleneck on.
Right.
I don't know. I want to live somewhere where the climate
is... Just name a place. Name a place. You gotta name it. You got the question is you have to name it in the
United States.
It has to be in the US.
In the United States.
But where the hell else? I mean, you want to move on the other side of the world?
I live on the island, Aruba, Bahamas.
That's a part of the United States.
Not Aruba.
But the Bahamas is. Yes, it is. No, the Bahamas is
the Virgin Islands, and you got to go to the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Right, and the Bahamas is a part of the.
You need a passport.
No, the Bahamas is now it is. It's a part of the United States.
Well,
I'll get that information. I believe the Bahamas is a part of the United States now. It wasn't. It just recently became a part of the United States.
I don't think so, but I don't know.
But we'll put the Bahamas in the mix if that's what you want us to do.
You know what?
You have to name a place.
I would go somewhere where nobody knows me, and
we get all that. Just answer the question.
Puerto Rico.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, honey, I ain't going there. I don't think I could live in Puerto Rico.
I'd have to learn Spanish for Puerto Rico.
I don't.
I'm being forced in 5 seconds to give an answer.
It's that no, I'm not forcing you.
A part of me wanted to say Arizona, but I'm like, no, child, that's too hot. And I might do Vegas.
You do Vegas?
I might consider Vegas.
Really?
Yes. I would have to do my research. I learned my lesson from moving to Atlanta. Like, without knowing what I was doing, I would never just...
That's interesting. I would never thought you would choose. I would have never thought that Vegas would be one of your...
Hey!
I would have never thought that Vegas would be one of your selections.
Sit there.
Yeah, I would have never thought that. Now
you know I wasn't going to take California.
You want to know my answer? You already know my answer.
California?
Oh, yeah. LA. I want to move to LA so bad. I do. If there was a way that I can move to LA and it be inexpensive, I would move there. Or, like you, I would move to Vegas. Because Vegas is not that far from LA. So I would move to Vegas. Because of the weather. A majority because of the weather, because I have neuropathy. And so my doctor always tells me, Terrell, warmer climate, you don't have to worry about neuropathy. So that's one of the reasons why I would want to live there. The other reason is because of where I want us to go. I want us to become like a big deal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's another reason I know that we would have a better chance if we were living out in LA. As much as I love living here, because I love living here. I do. I love living here. But if I could pick up and move somewhere and it not be a big expense for me to move to that place, I would move. I would move to LA. I would move to LA or I would move to Vegas. Definitely, most definitely. I moved to Vegas in 2 shakes. I sure would.
Well, you know who did move to Vegas and they was going to hook me up with partners and stuff like that.
Ooh.
Your girl.
Oh, huh. I ain't going to say nothing. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be cute. I'm going to keep it cute. All right, what's my question?
Well, my question is kind of similar to yours.
What's that?
Where's one place you'd love to go on vacation with yourself?
Egypt.
I would love to do that.
I would love to take you to Egypt. Because you know my experience with Egypt. I went to Egypt before. I would love to take you there. But see, if we went to Egypt, we would do the whole thing, like wear the clothing that they wear and everything. You know what I'm saying? Because the men don't wear like clothes like this. The men wear long robes and stuff like that. I would want to do it. I would want to do it like that. I would want to go like on a pilgrimage. Yeah. And us go out to the pyramids, go to Karnak.
Right, because that's the period of time that you like. For me,
yes.
I would want to go to Rome.
I really think that you would really enjoy it. Greece. Rome. You would want to go to Rome?
Greece, Italy, Rome. I want to see Aphrodite. I want to see Zeus. I want to see all of those because I swear I lived in Roman time.
Me too.
I swear I did.
I lived in Egyptian time.
If reincarnation exists, I lived in those times.
I lived I think I was an Egyptian. I don't know. And I think I was an Egyptian of hierarchy or something like that. You know why? Because I always feel royal. You know me. With the McRae Kingz.
I feel like I lived in Greek and Roman time.
Okay, now I got a question for you. We are the McRae Kingz, right?
Yeah.
So I want you to tell people out there, because you know me in crowns, me and my crown, I wear my crown in a minute. Why don't you like to wear your crown? Or Why don't you like to wear your crown? Why don't you like to wear your crown?
I wear my crown when it's necessary. So, like, if we do an event, of course, I have to wear my crown because I'm a king.
But if you had it your way, would you wear a crown? Would you not wear a crown?
No, I don't mind.
Would you prefer wearing would you prefer wearing a crown that you like just for you?
See, this is where my husband doesn't know me.
Yeah.
And this is why we're doing this, to get more clarity.
Yeah.
Because he just gets frustrated and you don't want to wear the crown, never ride.
No, that's not what it is. I want
for me. See, for Tramel, he likes all that extra attention.
No, it's not extra attention.
I just extra love attention when you wear the crown in the street. People are like looking like, why the hell is he wearing the crown?
Right.
For me, I don't
it's
think
like
I don't draw. I don't. If I'm doing something as the McRae Kingz, I have no problem with wearing the crown. Actually, I was looking at crowns the other day that I need to show you because I know that you don't know this place has crowns. When you see them, you're going to gag because they're overall. And you can get your size. You got to measure your head. And they actually come
I already know my size.
No, because I'm like, wait.
No, I already know my size.
No, it's not like 7 and 8. It's like 20, 21 because it's a real measure.
I know my size.
So I was like, okay, this is. I looked at these crowns and I'm like, okay, they're quite expensive. But I do these crowns at events and stuff.
Yeah.
Even like sitting here, sometimes I did it one day and he was shocked when I put on the crown to say I'm going to stay here with the crown. I don't have a problem with wearing a crown. I just feel that there's a time and a place for things. And me just going to the grocery store in a crown is stupid to me. To me, I'm not saying nobody else. Tramel wears his crown.
I like the little leather crowns. Have you seen the little leather ones that they put on?
That I might wear all the time because it looks like a hat. And I've seen some. There's a hat. I keep coming up on Instagram. There's a hat that's a crown.
Yeah, I would know the ones that they.
It's like, just like the ones you want. The only thing that has
Ginger Minch wears it on RuPaul's Drag Race. I want one just like that. I would wear that every day. I would wear it every day.
There's a hat that I saw. It comes up on Instagram, and I'd wear that every day. It's a crown, but it just has the piece in the middle because it's like it's to cover your head, but it looks like a crown.
Well, you know me, Joseph.
I'd wear that. I just feel it's the time and the place to wear a crown. I'm not going to walk down the street so people could be like, oh, why he has on a crown? Why? And then they stop me. Why are you wearing a crown? And I come up with some, because I'm royal shit. I'm not. No. Now, if we were walking down the street to advertise for the McRae Kingz, that's different. But if we just going to pick up a pizza, I'm not going to put on a motherfucking crown to get out of the car and walk in the store and pick up a pizza. He would. I'm not.
But you know me, Joseph, if they came up to me and asked me, excuse me, sir, why are you wearing that crown? I'm going to say, because I am His Majesty.
Right. And then they're going to...
And keep it moving. Listen, let me say this about me. You know I love wearing my crown. You know I love wearing my crown. And, you know, people get me so twisted. See, just because I like all the flash and all that stuff, because I love anything flashy. Y'all love. I love anything flashy. You know that. But I don't. When I'm being flashy and stuff like that, I don't think in the sense that everybody else thinks in. Like, I don't think about getting attention and all that stuff. I really don't. I don't think about that. I'm like, I'm just being me.
No,
you know, hold on. I'm just being me. You know, whatever that is. Sometimes you'll see, Joseph. You know, I have really calmed down a lot, but sometimes you'll see me wear things like, oh my, and you'll be taken aback by it. But I just mean what I mean is I don't think in the sense that everybody else thinks in. You know, some people think in the sense like, oh, he's showing off. Jomel, if you don't, Jomel. Okay, take two. But I don't think in the sense of, I don't think in that sense like everybody else does. You know, I just do me.
You think that in that way, but it's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I know, but I just do me. I just, like I said, I don't think in that sense. I don't think of, all the people that are going to be looking at me and stuff like that when they see me come, child. I just be doing my thing. You know, I've always been this way. I've always been flashy.
I'm sitting here.
What?
And I'm looking at you going, he looks like some cartoon character with that hair that high in his head.
You can really say something shady.
And then I thought about it, the little black boy on Hey Arnold.
You know what?
Because his head is shaped the same way as that.
See.
Ooh.
That's why I love doing different stuff, because everybody got their opinion about something that I do or something that I wear. You know, most of the time it's positive. You know, most of the time it's positive. People come to me and say, "Oh my God, I love your hair. I love this." Da, 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 da. You know, but that's how I am. I'm just a G like that. I'm just like, listen. Back in my day, you used to be able to. You had a sense of style. You know, I have a sense of style and charisma and things like that, and so. Ooh, the shade of it all. The shade of it all.
Tell me you don't look like
yes. The shade of it all. Oh, the shade.
It wasn't being shady. It was
yes,
being
no,
the
that
truth.
was shade. It was shade. It was shade.
It was the truth.
I know it was the truth, but it was shade. No, it was the shade.
Hello.
I don't want to see any more pictures. Anyway, I have questions too. See, this is why I have questions. This is why I tell y'all girls, look deep before you leap, honey. Okay. All right, let me see.
Get it together. Just get it together.
Where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself in the next 2 years? Divorced. And looking like a motherfucking raccoon. That's what. Divorce. I got your divorce, honey.
Come here, you. Sit on my lap.
You're looking just like a raccoon. You and that dog, honey.
What
and he gonna be wrapped right around your neck, honey. Huh?
Sit down.
He gonna be wrapped right around your throat.
Sit down.
Hey, sit. What did I say?
Then get back on the floor.
Joe, man, I will beat you into the
He's just being bad.
He just being bad for no reason. Then you put him downstairs in the cage. He want to start crying and shit like a little baby.
Where do I see myself in 2 years?
Yes.
Well, I see this platform being bigger than what it is. And I see it being bigger than what it is because we stayed authentically true to who we are. Because everybody that likes us wants to change who we are and wants us to be something other than what we are. Yes, we can tweak some things. Yes, there are some things that we can do better. So I'm all for, like I said yesterday on my live, I'm all for constructive criticism. But people need to realize that people watch me and you based off who we are. They like the rawness. They like the authenticity. They like the fact that they can relate to either you or me. Mm-hmm. Because we are people's personalities. You are that sympathetic side of people, that empathy side of people, and I'm that raw side. I'm that thought in their head that they say, I can't say that, but Joseph says it. That's who Joseph is. Tramel is the person that says, you know what? I shouldn't say that, so let me say this. Joseph is all the thoughts in your head that you know you shouldn't say, but he says them. And that's what people like about us, because, and that actually ties into my next question for you, but that's why people like us. So I see us being bigger than what we are as far as on YouTube, and people getting to know who we are, and people watching us, more people watching us, more people enjoying us. Because one thing about Tramel and Joseph, we're not boring. I mean, even some of the shows that we feel, it was all right. Because Tramel will definitely go back. Me, once in a blue moon, I'll go back and watch something, which I need to stop. I need to go back and watch and say, okay, this is what I can do better next time. Tramel does it all the time. So he's always tweaking and doing things different and improving what needs to be improved. Me, I'm just like, child, take it or leave it. It is what it is. This is who I am. I don't care. You like it, you like it. You don't. Bye, girl.
But yeah, I just feel like we got it.
I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like it's weird. Just like when I was marrying you, before you even came back into the picture, I just knew that I was getting married. And with this, I'm having that same feeling, like I know something good is about to happen. Mm-hmm. What? I don't know. It's just in my mind that I know it's about to happen. And when I get that feeling, it happens. When is it going to happen? I don't know. If it's going to happen, it's definitely going to happen. When? I don't know. And that's the part that frustrates me, that I don't know. Because I want to know everything.
Yeah.
I'm that nosy bitch that wants to know everything.
Well, in 2 years, I believe, I'm like you, in 2 years, I think that within the next 2 years, our platform is really going to grow into something that's like big. Well, we as a couple are going to grow into something like big. I don't know what it is. I have absolutely no idea what it is, but it could be anything. In 2 years, I want to be able to manage all this. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to manage it on paper, just manage it, you know. I just see our platform evolving into something else. I see us evolving into something else. I see Dare to Be Different being a big brand. I've had, because I have some ideas about Dare to Be Different. That's really it. Yeah, like in the next 2 years, that's where I see myself. I just really have a desire to put so much into us as a brand. You know, I want us to do television and, you know, all different types of things. I especially want to do modeling, and I want to. If someone were to ask me, what would I be doing in 2 years? I would be putting out. I would do my first fashion show, right? Mm-hmm. And I would put out the line of clothing that I wanted to put out.
Okay.
Like I have a design palette, right? I have a seamstress in mind, somebody to make these clothes for me. And I just need to find the models and all that stuff. I got the whole vision of it in my head, but I would want to do a big fashion show.
Okay.
With my clothing line. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So my next question for you is, when I said, it kind of ties into.
And everything would be for sale that night with the show.
Huh?
Everything that I designed would be for sale that night. Yeah.
When it comes to me, mm-hmm. What is the main dynamic that makes it work?
When it comes to you, your level of understanding, and patience.
That's right, because you got to be patient.
Yeah, child, you got to be patient to be a child. You know what I mean? I've been all over the place. So, you know, I be all over the place, child. It take a lot to manage me, honey.
A whole lot.
And we don't even be in the same space. So, yeah. That's that. What about you?
What about me? What dynamic makes it work? For me, us being polar opposite.
Really?
Because if we were the same, that would never work. It would never work. It would never work if both of us was as mean as me, or both of us was just so caring as you. It would never work. Our differences make us gel perfectly. Mm. So when you're being too nice, I can step into your mouth, sweetie, punch that bitch in the mouth. And when I'm ready to punch a bitch in the mouth, you can go, Papa, don't you think you're being a little too mean? Because it just works. Like me and Tremel always had a chemistry. Always had a chemistry from day one when we were introduced to each other. It was like two magnets that were like.
I think we always know when to fall back.
Right. Well, no,
I do.
You.
No. For the most part, like we have our issues. Like we get into our fights. Don't get me wrong. When we get into a fight, it's a big fight. I have to admit that. And it's mainly because of me, because I'm so animated and theatrical and dramatic.
Yes, honey.
When we have a fight, it's like big. But do they outweigh the good times? Absolutely not. I just think that we know how to fall back from each other. Like, you know how to say, okay, well, let me just leave him alone. Come on, Jamel, let's go downstairs, child. And I'll be like, yeah.
Like the other day?
I'll be like, yeah, go. Just go.
Well, let him have his moment.
Yeah, I just think we have the ability to, we love one another, but we have the ability to respect each other. That's one of the biggest things. We respect each other.
I'm laughing at. Look at the way he looks at you.
I know.
Now you're looking at me.
No, we really respect each other. Like even when you disagree with me, you still respect me.
Right.
That's a big thing for me. Respect is a big thing for me. You don't have to like everything that I like, but you're gonna respect me. That's my motto. You know that. But I think the ability to have patience, and when you need to have patience and stuff like that, really is what makes this relationship tick.
Right.
It is a lot. I have to say, a lot is because of you and the person that you are. You just have this. You have this sense of strength, like you're my superhero.
That's
you really
why I want to be Superman.
You're my superhero. Yeah, you are. You really are. Joseph is really my superhero. Like when I'm with Joseph, I ain't worried. I don't worry about nobody, child. I don't. When I'm with you, I don't worry about nobody. I'll be like, oh honey, my husband will beat you into the new city. I do. I'll be like, my husband will beat you into the new city, honey, if you say something wrong. Well, so I'm just like,
true.
Yeah. Okay. My next question is:
you really write like a left-handed person?
Yeah, I write.
And
I write calligraphy too.
The left side of the
that's
book
why I like this
the
book.
right side of the book.
Did you see this book? It shows you how to write calligraphy. I write calligraphy. That's how I write. That's where I learned it from my mom. My mother used to write calligraphy. She used to write with the pen, with the ink and everything. And that's where I learned how to write calligraphy. Like I can really write calligraphy really good. Yeah. But my question to you is, if you had $1 million, right? If somebody gave you $1 million right now and said, Joseph, this is your money. You could do whatever you want with it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have 60 days to spend this $1 million.
Child,
and if you spend it in 60 days, you get 100 million. What would you do? And you have to have, and in order, okay, what would you do with that $1 million, first of all? How would you spend that $1 million, first of all?
Well,
and number two is, it's okay for you to have something left over, like if you, whatever you buy, it's okay for you to have it. See, because if
so
you don't listen,
let me understand.
Listen, hold on. I'm not finished.
No, I want to.
I'll get right over with you. So this is how it goes. If you had $1 million, right? How would you spend it if you had 60 days to spend it, right? And if you fulfill if you fulfill the obligation of spending it in 60 days, you will get $100 million.
Not about anything I want.
But if you didn't spend the whole $1 million in 60 days, you can have whatever is left over from the $1 million and whatever you purchase.
And I can buy whatever I want.
You can buy whatever you want.
First,
but you can't. It can't be. You can't just go and buy something for $1 million. Like one thing, like you see a piece of jewelry, you buy for $1 million.
The first thing I would do is buy me a house, a big 6-7 bedroom house. Because Jamel knows that's what I want. With winding stairs, where when you come visit me, I can stand there and wave and say hello, everybody. You want this big house and have a big Christmas tree in the middle of the 2 winding staircases. Yeah, that's the way I was meant to live.
Are we the Clintons and the Obamas or something?
Now.
Okay, what else?
I don't need 60 days to spend $1 million because I can do it in 2.
I could do it in 2 days too, John.
I probably could do it in a day. No shame. I would do that. I would pay off all my bills, whatever bills I had, whatever bills you had, I'd pay them off. I'd pay off this car and get me another one and get you one. That's if I chose to stay around. I might choose to get a divorce. So you don't have rights to my $1 million.
Okay.
No. See, I would get a divorce. So that way he could take some of the million.
No, I wouldn't be allowed to take the money. If you won the money, I wouldn't be allowed to take it. The only way that I would be able to have it
before I get the $100 million.
The only way I would be able to have the money is if you gave me some. That's the only way.
Then there's no reason to get a divorce. So, I would because I know I'm getting $100 million after that, I would just splurge. Like I would just splurge. I would go on a vacation. I would splurge, and I have 60 days. But I'm telling you, that $1 million would be gone before 60 days. Yeah, I can spend $1 million in probably about maybe 2-3 weeks. I can do it in 2 days. I ain't even gonna lie. I could spend $1 million in 2 days.
Me too. Because you know what I would do? I would do the same thing that you would do. I would just go and I would buy me a house. And I would just pay for it. It would just be paid for. It wouldn't be no $1 million house or nothing like that. It'd be something like $200,000 or something like that. Maybe
$500,000.
I'd do something like $200,000, something like $250,000. $250,000. I'd furnish it, and then I would buy me the bangingest Louis Vuitton luggage. I've always wanted Louis Vuitton luggage, so I would buy the chest and everything, Joseph. I'm talking about like Louis Vuitton luggage, the real deal. And I would get all. I would buy all the amenities that I've always wanted. And yes, I would pay off before I did all this. I pay off my bills and I buy me a house, and then
in a car.
And I would also take some of the money, and I would buy some crypto cash or some type of.
But see, now that could be a technicality because you're still holding on to the money.
No.
I wouldn't invest the money or nothing until I got the $100 million. Because the $1 million, I'm just going to. I'm going to make sure that there is no discrepancies about what I brought and how I spent it. And
if that be the case, I would buy more than one car. If that be the case, I would buy more than one car, and I would buy more than one house. I would buy a house, but I would also buy myself a condo. I would buy myself a condo in Manhattan, somewhere in Manhattan.
That's $1 million right there.
Well, I might get lucky. I might get lucky. Like if there was some kind of way that I can get one for like 100 G's, 150 G's. I wouldn't know. Honestly,
a condo or something, but it wouldn't be in New York.
Mine would be in New York. I would buy me a condo in New York, New York City, and that was next on my list. I buy a condo in New York City. I buy a house somewhere in Jersey. That would be my first choice, Jersey, and then I would buy either a home in California or Florida. Mostly, probably California.
There's too many homes.
Out on the California coast.
I can't live in all them houses at one time, and ain't nobody gonna live in my shit without me. So I would live in them. I would live in them. Like Joseph, we would go on vacation. If we felt like going to California and staying in the house in California, that's where we stayed.
That's how it would be. If you
Right,
didn't
and
want to,
you're not
like,
there,
if you wanted
somebody
to go
gotta
up to,
take
if you
care of
want,
it.
if you're always wanting to come up to Jersey, so if you wanted to come up to Jersey, we'd have a house in Jersey. It wouldn't be like the house that I would buy. It wouldn't be that big of a house. It would be something, that we can go to when we're in Jersey. You know what I'm saying? And the condo the same. I would either buy one in Jersey City, downtown Jersey City, or I would buy a condo in New York City. That's what I want. That's what I would want to do, and I would buy 3 cars. I would have 3 cars max. Minimum. I would have a minimum of 3 cars. They would be sensible. I wouldn't buy something like a Porsche or something like they would be sensible cars. You know what I mean. Probably SUVs. All 3 of them will probably be SUVs. I would buy me a little cute little play car on the side, child. And yes, I would furnish every house. And you know what I would, to be honest with you, I would build a log cabin house in California. But anyway, that's how I would spend it. Yeah, I would spend it. I would spend it just luxuriating in my new homes. I would buy new homes and I would spend money just to luxuriate. These houses would, like, I would get them for dirt cheap. But I would fix the shit up to the point where, child, you'd be like, ooh.
I ain't got time to fix nothing. I want it already fixed.
No, I would have it fixed, and they would have 60 days to do it from the date that I hired them. I would. That's what I would do. I would do my money. I buy properties. I buy these houses in these places. And I would buy, all my amenities like clothes, all the clothes I wanted, all the shoes I wanted, all the luggage I wanted, and like you, I would splurge. I would just splurge. Would you do any partying?
Hair salon, honey.
Would you do any partying?
No, I did that in my whole life.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do any partying. If I did,
it would be on a yacht in the Bahamas somewhere.
Right. I would be trying to socialize with the socialites. Like, I would be trying to find, I'd be trying to find Billy Porter, honey. I'd be trying to find.
If you had money like that, you wouldn't have to try to find them.
Yeah, I would be trying to find people like Billy Porter and trying to be their good girlfriends and things. You know me. That's what I would want to live. I would want to, be friends with James Earl Hardy, and him and I would just chill and hang out. We trade our book ideas and things like that. Anything that has to do with the arts, I would invest in. I would buy art. I would. A lot of my money would go towards buying art, things like art. Anything that's of value. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would do if I had $1 million. Okay, what's your next question?
You kind of answered it before, but my next question was, how did you pitch the idea to me to become a social media influencer?
I pitched it to you,
basically.
How did I do it?
Because it was your idea.
Well, I don't think I pitched it to you. I think it just really came upon you like it came upon me. That's what I always thought. I started doing this in the car.
No, you asked me if I wanted to do it with you.
Yeah, I did ask you at one time, but I started doing this in the car. I started going live in the car while you were in dialysis. And remember, you used to go into the center. I used to wait for you all the time. And so this is why the McRae Kingz started. It was Coffee with the King. Right. It was me. And what was the question again?
How did you pitch the idea to me?
How did I pitch the idea to you? I just remember asking you if you like doing it. And you were like, yeah, I like it a little bit, but you always give me verdicts. Sometimes I could take it or leave it. You give me that attitude. So I'm like, okay, you want to give me that. But I don't really remember pitching it to you. I remember just asking if you wanted to do it.
But babe, I go live every day in the dialysis center. You want to do it with me when we get home? I said, sure. No, he started doing it by himself. And then I would come in on the videos. And we noticed that people like that.
Well, see, they like to see us bantering back and forth. They like to see the way we bantered.
It was when we realized we had something. When it really became both of us pitching it to each other for real.
Really, yeah.
Because he didn't want to do it. And I'd be like, no, babe, this is what you want to do it. And then I didn't want to do it. And he was like, well, if you don't want to do it, I'll shut shit down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, this is your dream. No, it's not my dream. If it's my dream, I don't want you to do it. Because he's a dramatic baby. And
I'm not a baby. You're the baby.
He's a dramatic baby.
You're the baby. I'm a dramatic bitch. But is that what you mean?
Dramatic baby. And when I mean baby, I mean baby.
Whatever, Joseph.
Like a little child. No, you said this, and this is what it is, and you meant what you said. And
you act like a baby when you get sick.
That's what he does.
You act like a baby when you get sick.
Because
don't do me, Joseph.
Taking care of me. When I'm sick, you're supposed to take care of me.
But you ain't got to be.
I ain't got to be laying there. I'm hungry. I need soup.
That's what you be doing.
And then he's still laying there, and I'm like, oh,
because I'm not doing all that. Soup. I'm not supposed to be running nothing, honey. My name is Harriet Tubman.
I need soup.
Okay. What's the next damn question for you? Get punched in the face?
I wouldn't know. You're the one with the little book.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me see. Because I had a lot of questions. I got a lot of questions.
You always
about this whole tobacco honey, this whole shenanigans, this and shady goings on.
Go back in your little bed and wait till we done. Yes, you.
Oh, this is a good one. Okay. You ready? You ready for this one?
I'm ready.
What is your biggest regret in life up to this point?
Truthfully, my biggest regret in life up to this point, because I know because the day is coming soon. It was a Tuesday, and I called my mom, and she was in the hospital. And people, as soon as I called, she had visitors, and she was talking to me. She was like, "Hey," and I was like, "You feel okay?" She was like, "Yeah, Joe, I'm good." And she was laughing and joking, her normal self. And she said, "Babe, call me back because so and so just came. I know who it was. They just came, and I don't want to be rude." I said, "Okay." I never called her back. And that was the last full conversation I ever had with my mother. And I regret the fact that I never picked up the phone and called her back that day.
That's your biggest regret?
That is my biggest regret. That because it's like
any others?
It is my biggest regret, but at the same time, it's not. It is because that's the last time I was able to talk to her. But at the same time, I heard her being herself and being happy. So it's not a bad thing because I didn't see her being sad or hear hurt or pain in her voice or whatever. I heard her being her, laughing and being herself. And of course, when I got to the hospital, she couldn't talk no more. The most she could do was point because she wanted me to give her water, and I couldn't because she had tubes down her throat. But other than that, and her holding my hand, that phone call was like the last phone call I ever had with her, and it don't bother me as much as it did in the beginning. It bothered me because I was like, well, damn, I could have had one last conversation with my mom. And I have to go on the fact that our last conversation, I heard her laughing and having a good time with other people other than me. But, you know what? I always tell people I don't live with regrets because most of the time I do what I want to do. I do what I want to do. I've
Well,
always
no,
been
you
that
shouldn't live
person.
with regrets. You shouldn't
No,
live
no, but I'm saying
with
I've
regret.
always done what I wanted to do. I've
Right.
always said what I wanted to say. I've treated people the way they deserve to be treated by me based on how they treated me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have no real regret
Well, see, this
or anything that I regret doing other than that phone call.
Here's how I feel about regrets. Although you shouldn't live your life with regrets. The fact is that we've had them. You know, we have them, and sometimes it's not. What's that? Oh, that's that. Okay. Sometimes it's not your fault. Sometimes it's not your. Sometimes, unbeknownst to you, something has happened or you missed something. You hear me?
I'm listening.
Something has happened or you missed something and you regretted it because of the way the situation happened. And see, now my biggest regret is this. I have actually 3 big regrets. One of them is I wish I had finished college. I really do. I really wish that I had finished college. Not just in this, because of the the career and things like that, Not just because of that. Hold on. Not just because it would have benefited me if, I probably would have had a better career. But just for me to say that I finished college and I have a degree, just to have that on my person. And I mean, I know that's not too late. I can still do that now, And I've been really thinking about going back to school, going back to college, getting my degree. Just go on ahead, Sometimes my psyche needs to be like, Jamel, yeah, it's gonna take 5 years, but go on ahead and do it.
You can't do that yourself.
Yeah, I know. That's one regret. The other regret, you're gonna be shocked by this. The other regret is I wish that I had a child. Yeah. I wish that I had a child. Just one.
Well, that's not too late either.
No, it is too late for that.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. I don't do children now. You know that.
Well, it's not too late.
No. Mm-mm. No. It's too late.
No.
Mm-mm. Now, if you said biological, if there was some way they can get some DNA or something.
It's impossible.
Oh, okay. I can do that. I just can't do the adoption thing.
You can.
Or the foster thing.
We can find a surrogate mother. There's ways to infertilize her with your sperm.
Oh, really?
And it becomes your child, and we are the father.
Now, see, I can do that.
There's actually the guys on that I follow on Instagram. They're on YouTube and they're doing their. I meant to go back and watch that whole video. I have to go find it, but he was talking about how they're in the process. One of them, they actually posted it on our wedding page. Go back and watch the video. How one of them is, I think they're gonna have 2 kids, but they're using his sperm first, and how his sperm was just crazy. So they had to change his diet, he had to exercise, and now that his sperm are good, now that they can go ahead with the fertilization process because they got to check their sperm first and make sure that they are good.
Well, mine probably got diabeticalness and stuff in the child.
If they're good, then they can go ahead. If not,
I know.
First of all, the things that he was saying, I was like, well, damn.
Yeah, the things.
That's why some men have luck and don't never have kids. Because I was listening to what he was saying, and he looks, you would never think that if he would have married a woman and they were trying to have a baby, more or less it would have never happened. And of course, everybody's going to blame the woman. But really, it would have been his fault because his sperm was all jacked up. And then he was like, this happens to a lot of men. And I guess that's why a lot of men, some men feel they're lucky when they don't never end up with babies, it's just because they can't, because their sperm is crazy. Like he was like they were two-headed, they were swimming in circles, or they had two tails. Those sperm can't impregnate a woman.
Wow.
Why? Because they're deformed.
Okay.
So if you swimming in circles, how it's going to get to the egg? If it got two heads, only one head got to go in the egg. If it got two, the egg is going. It ain't going to work. So it's like,
Listen. To be honest with you,
it was an interesting video.
To be honest with you, Joseph, I just couldn't do kids at my age. I just don't have, like, for real. I don't have the patience. I don't care if it's mine, child. If the first time the baby start talking back,
Joe Man, what are you doing?
Or the first time the baby get on my nerves,
Joe Man,
it would be outside on the porch. I kid you not. I put the baby outside on the porch in the cold.
What was on the baby?
I don't know, Joseph. It wasn't nothing up there. But I would put the baby outside, child. So I couldn't do children.
I could do a child. I don't think it's fair because neither one of us can move like we used to move.
Yeah, that's my thing.
So I don't think it's fair for a child. I would do 10 or older. I would.
Not me.
I would do 10 or older. Not that I would want to do 10 or older, but I would if I had to. Because you do understand that's the only thing that the psychic told me that never happened yet.
What's that?
That we were going to have a 10-year-old son. That she didn't know where he came from.
No, we can talk about it. I don't even want to put that out.
Everything she told me, and this was years ago, like when we first met. Years ago. And everything that woman told me has come true to this day, except the fact that I don't have my 10-year-old son. I don't know where he's coming from. She didn't know where he was coming from. She just said we had a 10-year-old son that we were going to raise like our own. It wasn't his biological son or my biological son. And everything this woman told me has happened. Every single thing, except that.
Not going to happen. Okay.
I would like to believe that she was that good.
Was it me that asked the question? Or was it you?
You got more than me, so you can go ahead because I only got one left.
Okay. I only got one left too.
Okay, go ask yours and then I'll ask mine.
If you could say something right now to young Joseph that just started out in the world, like 18 years old.
18?
18. You can say something to him. Yeah, if you can have a conversation with him and tell him some things or warn him or whatever. You can say whatever you want to say to him. What would you say to young Joseph at like 18 years old?
What would I say to me at 18 years old? You're not as smart as you think you are. Because there are going to be people that you think that you're controlling them, but they're really controlling you. Don't that same energy you put into things that you really want and make it happen for yourself, apply that to your entire life. And just make things happen for you like you make things that you really want to happen for you. Apply that to your life and you will be unstoppable. Everybody at 18, everybody that's your friend is not your friend. You can use that hurt to move on, or you can listen to me, and believe me when I tell you, you're better off with one or two people that you know are your friend. And don't let people hurt you with words. Because at that age, you let people hurt you with words. And yes, your weight is a problem for you. Go ahead and lose the weight, because you are. And you're going to gain it back. And you're going to lose it again. And you're going to gain it back. So, do it, keep it off. You are happier when you look a certain way. You can sit and pretend like it's not an issue. And you can sit around and have all the confidence in the world. But you and I both know that that is a big issue for you. And you have missed out on a lot of things in your life because of it. because you felt that you shouldn't be there, or you didn't want to go there, or you didn't want to be embarrassed by it. So you just sat out, and you don't have to do that. Because in all your greatness that makes you you, everybody loves you for you, not the way you look. And that's your biggest problem. And that has always been your biggest problem. That's
it.
basically it. Because that was my issue.
Do you want to know what I would say to young Shamel?
What?
Open up your eyes, boy. Open your eyes and realize that the people that are around you are not your friends. And you need to get as far away from them as you possibly can. You take this time to educate yourself, because at age 18, right?
Mm-hmm.
Take this time to educate yourself. That means going to school, getting your education. Take this time to educate yourself, because in 5 years, you're going to come into some money, and it's going to be the perfect time for you, because you're going to be able to take this money, you're going to be able to build off of it. When you receive this money, build off of it. Really build off of it. If it means you starting your own business, whatever it may be, whatever you desire, do it. Keep yourself protected. And you know what I mean by that when I say that. Keep yourself, keep protecting yourself. Stop being naive. Stop being naive, and keep your eyes open. And if you do all these things, you're headed for greatness. You're going to meet somebody really, really great in 2000. Year 2000, you're going to meet somebody really, really great. That's going to be very, very significant. They're going to be very significant to your prosperity. This person. If you chose this person, if you chose this person at this time, it wouldn't be the right time. It wouldn't be the right time. That's just it. Always be honest with yourself. Be honest with others. And still, it's okay for you to say how you feel aloud. Be yourself. Be yourself with no matter what. No matter what people think, no matter what people say, not even your own mother. Be yourself. Be yourself. Your own original, authentic self.
Wait, can I go back and tell myself something about 2000?
No. But anyway, listen, that's all the questions that we have. Right? No. That's all the questions we have for now. Y'all want to hear more questions from Joseph and Shamel? You have to tune in. All right. So make sure you're watching us on all social media platforms. Y'all know what those are:
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course, right here on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And if you want to be part of the McRae Kingz Kingdom, hit that join button and become a knight at the round table.
Yeah.
Membership has
a king or a queen, if that's what you desire.
And make sure you check out the McRae Kingz webpage.
Yes.
All these links will be in the description box.
Yes.
This video.
Yes.
And
did you say the McRae Kingz website?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure you check out the McRae Kingz boutique for everything McRae Kingz and Dare to Be Different. Make sure you dare to be different. Also, look out for Tramel's interview with someone next week. And I also will be interviewing 2 of the new members of Dare to Be Different next week. So look out for that as well. So that you guys can get to know Tanika Shawnette, the plus-size doll, and Roxanne of Speak Your Truth with Roxanne. We're going to dive in and find out who they are as people. And who they are as content creators. You may already know Roxanne, but you're going to be surprised with Tanika. So look forward to that next week. As well as we have a bunch of other interesting things coming up for you guys that we hope you like and enjoy. This is just one of them. Who are the McRae Kingz? We plan on doing it again with different questions. We may do it every Sunday of who are the McRae Kingz to give you a better insight as to us as people, not just content creators. So, with that being said,
we're out of here.
You know how we do it.
Walking love, peace, sunshine, happiness, and all those great and beautiful things. And remember,
it's always
oh, Team McRae.
All damn day.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe
I gotta get rid of this cold, Joseph. Oh, it's driving me crazy.